Hey, how are you guys today? Today is a great day. It is our first podcast for the Oil and Gas Services Group covering safety. My name is Stuart Turley, Director and Publisher for the Oil and Gas Division of Intercom. Intercom has two other divisions. The divisions are the Consulting Services Group, internationally renowned for investor relations and ESG and marketing. Our other division is the conference division. This conference has been going on for 25 years. We are excited to have our 25th anniversary coming up in August in Denver, and we hope to see you there. Today, we have our safety panel made up of the folks from JCA. We have Josh Allison. You're the CEO. Say hey. How you doing?
Hi, guys.
We also have Jack Greer. Jack, you're up in the corner there. How are you today?
Doing great. How's everybody doing?
Good. And then we got Jeff Butler. You're the Director of Operations. How's everything?
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Hey, this is cool. We're getting ready to kick off here. And we've only got about 20 minutes during this. And during this discussion, we're going to talk about oil field safety. You guys have a patent product out there that I've talked to other companies that are drilling and operators in the fields, and safety is a big deal, especially for the night shift. And so having a patented product that actually helps with that, we're going to really kind of chew the fat on how slips and trips kind of impact that and what you guys do. So I'm going to chunk it over to a panel view here. And Jack, why don't you go ahead and kick us off about some of your lighting stuff?
Well, I guess to get you caught up to, recently we've done our first install in Latin America, specifically Colombia. So that's our most recent big news for the company. And the install went great there. The local people were impressed with the product. And we actually had better review of our product than we were actually expecting. We had safety benefits come about that we didn't really think of prior to going to Latin America. So that was very interesting. And that being down south, the bugs, the mosquitoes, the temperate weather, that's a problem there. Mosquitoes are way more dangerous than the jaguars in Colombia, coming from the locals, I suppose. But when we kicked these lights on location when we did the install, you instantly had mosquitoes and bugs lift from location. They're usually more centralized, around these light plants where people are working and hands-on. And
Right.
when you transition the light from at ground level to up on top of the crown, all the mosquitoes and bugs lifted with that. So that was a safety benefit that came about with our install there. That was very interesting.
All right. So when you take a look at that, Jeff, were you the one that went down and did the install?
I was. It was a pretty neat experience down there, and like Jack added, some of the safety benefits that we kind of never really even thought of. Was unique seeing that down there. Pretty different landscape than North America. Still the same, hazards when it comes to working at night with, slips and trips and shadows in between buildings and the rigs. And the feedback was phenomenal. From not only the rig crews and supervisors on location, but they also had their security people at the security gate that were super impressed because we lit up, above and beyond their footprint for the location. So it was good to hear. We were happy to be a part of it and hope it continues.
Fantastic. I'll tell you, having the security guys, very good. What'd your safety officer down there say?
He thanked us. He couldn't thank us enough. It's always been an issue for him, especially with traffic coming in and out to the entrance of location, to where not only himself, but the other security guards around the location could actually have a better view of what was coming in, and when they pull up, they were able to see inside vehicles and see people, and just gave them a little more peace of mind. you never know who's going to pull up on these remote locations and dirt roads. So.
And so with you guys doing business in Canada and now South America and almost every operator in the US, you guys have really expanded over the last 2 years. Josh, that's just really impressive. I bet you guys have seen some really bad incidences or helped save incidents. What are some of the impacts that you guys think your lights have had?
Well, we wouldn't be here without, the drilling contractors and the operators' commitment to safety. Right now, I think the industry has changed. It's becoming quite a bit safer and even greener, to some extent. Companies like H&P, Neighbors, Exxon, Conoco, to name a few, really go above and beyond in terms of safety. And without them, we wouldn't have a product. And I think we're just fortunate that they gave us a shot, a year and a half ago. And, it's been well received within the market. We've reduced accidents on site in terms of slips and trips. There's less light towers on location, if any at all, usually 0 light towers. So that, eliminates traffic obstacles when driving around the sites. It also limits road traffic, delivering those light towers. And it saves them money. It, reduces their carbon footprint. And, the most important thing is that, keeps their employees safe. So I really have to give it to the guys out there that are at the forefront of, trying to make their locations safer and giving their employees a safer work environment.
Sounds fantastic. Now, you guys have had a study done, I believe, and the amount of pounds of CO2 your rigs are saving is just phenomenal. With the ESG going on and everybody trying to be green and social, regarding the output, how much does your rig saving money as well as CO2 output for saving the environment?
Well, we're seeing operators right now saving around, $200,000 a year in operating costs from our lights. And it's dependent upon location. I think they're going to save a lot more in Colombia, where diesel fuel is, a higher cost there. The locations are in the jungle, very difficult to get to, very expensive. So, we're seeing some companies that we do bulk package deals with. They're saving millions just in lighting alone.
Wow.
And then in terms of the diesel fuel consumption, it's significant. These light towers will burn 17 gallons of diesel at night. When you have, 4 to 6 on a drilling rig or 12 on a frac site, that's pretty substantial. And to do away with that, you also do away with, spills, environmental spills. And, there's a number of things, even the pollution, the noise and dust from trucks coming in to deliver them. So it's been pretty significant. And now that we've been around a while, we're actually, we're able to prove up some of those costs. So it's been very neat to see.
It's been kind of fun hearing some of the great things from the operators. And Jeff, what are your company men been saying about the safety?
It's kind of across the board with all of them. I think they like providing something to their employees that they feel that, that it's a safer work environment. And one of the best quotes that I got while I was in Colombia from a company man was kind of "death to the light towers." They were loading them up, putting them on trucks 5 minutes after we had the lights turned on. But I think it's something new. The rig hands enjoy it, and I think the feedback from the rig hands on location to the company man is, they are creating a safer work environment. And I think it picks up morale, it boosts morale a little bit to where, I think people are just excited to, work at night when it's like working in the day.
So did you get to see any wild animals while you were there in the jungle?
No, there apparently one night there was some jaguars running around location, but
Nice.
there are a 9-foot tall electric security fence around the entire location, so wasn't too bad.
All right. So Jack, you got your passport and you're ready to go?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Josh Allison and myself actually went down there prior to obviously the install to meet with our partners there and discuss logistics of how the agreement was going to unfold with them and actually implementing our product into that area of the world. So it's been an interesting experience, and yeah, we can't wait to go back. That's for sure.
Boy, Josh, you had mentioned that especially the low amount of diesel that was available in the jungle. How far out is that rig that you guys put out there in the middle of nowhere?
Jeff, I'll let you answer this one because you were out there quite a bit longer than I was. So
it was about, with traffic and going through some smaller little villages, we were about 8 hours to the north of Bogota. We were about 250 miles from the Venezuela border.
Nice.
So we were probably 2 hours from the closest small village or town, but pretty remote area.
Wow. How many guys were on the rig site?
They have their whole catering crew, so I would say probably anywhere from 40 to 50 on location.
Okay. That's great. So what are the next steps for you guys in South America?
Well, we've had quite a bit of interest down there even prior to rigging these up. In fact, we were supposed to rig up 2 more systems, or we tried to line it up while we were down there. So we've got to go back and rig these other systems up, and then we've already got several more installs lined up there, and are talking to other people about moving these lights in Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, and several other countries in that area. So we're very excited. I think Colombia is a great start. They're the economics are good down there right now. They are committed to providing safe locations for their employees, and our product, being that they just started drilling again not too long ago based on the war that they were in forever. Our product, they really like it because it provides so much light. It makes people feel a lot safer than just having the 8-foot security fence around. If you can actually see something, it's that's huge, and I think that's going to be a huge benefit in places like this. And and that's kind of what people have been talking about down there right now. Not only the cost savings, but really the safety as well in places like that.
That sounds fantastic. Having safety as a night shift guy, has anybody said that it's actually like working at daylight so that they're actually more awake?
Some have. I mean, we get that comment a lot. I mean, it's not like it's high noon and the sun's right above you, but I mean it's a drastic change from 6 or 8 light towers on location to having something above you like everywhere else in the world where light comes from above. And I just think everyone's really impressed.
That sounds fantastic. Well, guys, thank you very much for this panel here, and I hope you guys can come back on some more safety topics and be another group of experts that we can rely on panel discussions. So thank you all very much, and really appreciate your time today on the 360 podcast. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.